Hello everyone, I am Aaron or Flipchipz, and welcome to Flipchipz Health. And this is the GERD series, and this is the first episode. And what the plan is, we are going to go through different topics with regard to GERD, and this will be an introduction, and we will go step by step. We will go topic by topic so that it's structured, and hopefully through this video I will be able to help you understand more about what GERD or LPRD is, or what is acid reflux, how it affects you, the treatments, causes, triggers, precautions, preventative measures, and so on. And before we move on, just a disclaimer, I am not a physician, nor am I a health professional. The information, the views, and the opinions that I am making, or have made or will be making, are based on my experiences with GERD, and with my interactions with doctors, health professionals, and other persons in relation to GERD. I strongly advise that you consult with your physician first before going to a treatment regimen, or any lifestyle change that you are planning, so that they may help you and guide you accordingly. Okay, so let's begin. This is the first video for the GERD series, and let's have an introduction to myself, to GERD and myself as well. I have been a GERD patient for more than 2 years now, and it's been on and off. Sometimes I'm feeling well, but when I eat like in a buffet or lunch or dinner, or as long as it's a buffet, or if I've eaten too much, I would experience acid reflux, and that in turn would usually lead to heartburn, and sometimes it reaches my throat, and it results in a hoarse voice, or really itchy, and it also feels like there's something lodged in my throat. I have had I've taken medications, both short and long term. I've made some dietary modifications, lifestyle changes. As you can see, I'm still overweight / obese. So I'm actually at the border of the BMI computation, 30. And of course, as well as stress management, especially when it comes to my work. And it's still a work in progress. Sometimes it's really good. It feels good if I don't have acid reflux. And I know that you are too. So let's get right into it. So what is GERD or LPRD? GERD stands for Gastroesophageal reflux disease, or called LPRD, which is a laryngopharyngeal reflux disease, which my gastro told me that it's the modern term that they use now. But of course, a lot of people still use the term GERD. So I think that's more, it's gastro, G, and it's what people are, I think are used to, attributing this disease. For this series, we're going to call it GERD, and for this video, the first video of the GERD series, see, I'm burping. I've had acid reflux the past couple of days, but it's mild. So thank God it's mild. So we're going to talk first about what GERD is. So GERD is actually chronic acid reflux. So that's the difference between the two. The acid reflux is the event wherein the food or the content in your stomach goes up to your esophagus, and sometimes it goes into your throat, and then even in your mouth. So GERD, or the disease, is the chronic acid reflux, and it's usually, when you sleep, and then when you wake up, you feel, really bad, especially if it's the chest pain. It's the heartburn pain that really, annoys most GERD patients, because it really, the pain can be attributed to a heart attack. It is similar, but of course, it sometimes, results in panic, especially if you're a first time sufferer of acid reflux, and you don't know that, is it the heart, is it the chest, is there an injury, is it the acid? And it doesn't hurt. I would suggest, if you are not sure about your chest pain, go ahead and have yourself checked. That's the best thing to do. Don't let it go. I mean, have it checked. So basically, GERD, the stomach contents go up your esophagus, and there is the LES, or the lower esophageal sphincter. It's the valve that closes and opens. It prevents food, or again stomach contents, from going up to the esophagus. In GERD, the sphincter, the LES, is relaxed, and that paves way for the stomach contents to go up. And when it goes up, the acid that's from your stomach, it would usually damage or irritate the esophagus, and that would result in, the chest pain, the heartburn, and even bad breath, and the sour taste in your mouth. That's also a result of it. And it's quite annoying because, you can function normally if you have GERD or acid reflux. The problem is, if it's, too intense, it would really affect, especially if you're at work. It happened to me a couple of times. I'm at work, and I had a heartburn, so it really would get in the way of your work, or in whatever else you were doing. So since it may damage the esophagus over time, so it becomes really chronic, and it's hard to get sleep, of course. You wake up with chest pain, and especially that, it's like what I mentioned, the acid reflux, the first instance that it happens, especially if that person isn't familiar with the condition, the person may panic, and just the feeling of it's acidic, it's really sour in your mouth. Now that's GERD, and chronic. We don't have a set number of days or a specific period of time to tell that, hey, you have got GERD. Let's just say for a month or so that you've had acid reflux every day, regardless of how much food you eat and what type of foods you eat. If it happens for a long time, you may be suffering from GERD. So I would really suggest that go to your physician, go to your primary care doctor, or better yet, go straight to a gastroenterologist. Well, your primary care doctor will be able to help you, and sometimes they may refer you to a gastroenterologist for further testing. But of course, we will go into that later on. I have several topics lined up, and I'll try my best to post more content about GERD, and again, we'll talk about the causes, triggers, preventative measures, precautions, and lots of stuff about GERD, and even my own experiences. And if you want to share your experience as well, please post in the comments. Let's help each other out. Okay, but again, please do tell me if you have ideas and suggestions or any corrections to any of my videos. That's fine. Thank you in advance. And Again, if you have any questions, specifically when it comes to the condition, I would really advise you go to your doctor as well. The videos that I'm making, will make or have made, will just serve as guides, and I'm just here to help you out from one patient to another, or just basically, I want everyone to understand what GERD is. Well, I don't. Let's say I don't know 100% about GERD. There are things that I am discovering as well, especially when it comes to treatment, long-term treatment and relief, and the condition itself. So again, stay tuned. I just gave you the GERD introduction, what GERD is, and I have several topics in line. So please stay tuned, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and turn on notifications to alert you when a new video comes up. I'll try to be light as light as possible, but do please inform me if I'm speaking too fast. I do tend to talk fast. I'm already speaking quite slowly. But again, we will take it step by step, and I just want to thank you for watching, and be well. Thanks, guys. See you.